Hey guys, welcome back to another Beyblade unboxing video. And in this video, we're going to be unboxing the Overdrive Special Starter Set. Now this set comes with 3 bays, Savior Perseus, and then 2 from the show, Prominence Phoenix and Dangerous Belial. So let's just open up the box here and see what we got. Alright, we've got a bunch of parts right here, so I'll unbox them and then I'll go over them part by part. Alright, so first, I'll start off with the launcher that comes in this set. Full custom LR launcher right here. Now, if we compare it to the Savior Valkyrie launcher, they're both pretty similar, except for one piece. These 2 parts right here, you get a power core, which is the same as the Savior launcher, and then the middle part is the same. But what's different is the spin unit here at the bottom. So this is the one from the Valkyrie launcher, right? Pretty standard. And this is the one from the full custom launcher. You can see in there it has a bearing, the launcher, and also that makes it a little taller and also a little bit heavier. You can also get extra power from the launcher as well. And if you take the power unit from the Valkyrie launcher and then put it on the new launcher, put it all together here, just click it in like that, and have a full golden launcher like Belle uses in the anime. Get a full gold launcher. So the string is slightly longer than the Valkyrie one. You can see it's pretty long. But yeah, definitely a nice addition to this set. And nice for me to get a second DB launcher. This is my Valkyrie one. The Valkyrie one was the only one I had. Just put them back together like this. And also, in case you didn't know, if there's an R on top, it's right spin. But if you switch these parts, you can have the L on top for left spin. But now we'll move on to the actual parts. First one, we have Savior Perseus. Comes with the Giga Disc. Good disc for weight and good for attack and stamina. Pretty much top tier. You can use this disc for pretty much anything. Though there are other discs that beat it in certain categories, this one's just sort of a jack of all trades. Can do pretty much anything you need it to do. Next we have the 3 armor. This armor is pretty good for anything 3-sided, like the Savior Blade. Pretty top tier, but gets beat out by the 9 armor, since it's pretty much just a better 3. Next we have our blade, which is Savior. Now this blade's really good for attack, but only when you awaken it. You can get these rubber parts off. So you see they're pretty bendy. Once that awakens, this blade's really good for attack. You see big rubber blades. Prone to self-bursting, but if you use the Belial 2 core, that we'll get to later, has a burst lock. But also the Perseus core has pretty good locks as well. Speaking of which, we have the Perseus core right here. Special about this core is that it has 4 metal pieces on the corners, which really helps for attack and weight. The teeth on Perseus are actually pretty decent. I'd say they're around Belial 1 level. If it would focus. Pretty good teeth, I'd say. But yeah, good for weight, good for attack combos. The next, a new piece, which is Bearing Dash. Now, unlike normal Dash drivers, it does not have a red cap, it has a gold cap. And the spring inside is not gold, it's regular. Since the original bearing had a black spring, which was really weak. This is just a normal spring. And this part down here is free spin. Now this is pretty much top tier driver for Dynamite Battle. Pretty much good for anything. And also, if you have free spin down here, palm plastic for less friction. And that's the first bay down. Second bay we had was Prominence Phoenix. First part it has is the tapered disc. Now, this disc is pretty alright. It hangs a little low, but it works well with things like bearing due to its cone shape. Good for weight, pretty much just used for stamina. That's about it. Next piece we have is the 10 armor. Now, this armor is pretty good for pretty much anything. Good for stamina, really. Since it's very balanced, like the 0 armor from the Spriggan set. It's pretty good since it's heavy, good weight distribution. Not much more to say. Next up, we have the Phoenix core. Now, this core has no specific gimmicks, but the teeth on it are pretty good. Because the teeth are actually metal resistant, the metal driver resistant. Okay. Yeah, there's a good look at the teeth right there. Since they are short and stubby, they are resistant to the metal driver, which is what I want to get to next. It's driver metal universe. See, now I don't need to do a stress test on this one because this was the first set, I believe, or no, the second set. The first one being the stadium set with Bahamut and Belial. But this is the second set to introduce the fixed metal drivers. So anything released after this is fixed metal drivers. I can prove it. We have Metal Dimension here. Well, I know that's fixed because it released after this. You listen here. Pretty weak. And now, if we put Metal Universe in there, it's actually really hard to assemble Metal Universe since it's all free spin on the bottom. But if we listen, also very weak clicks, which means that Metal Universe is fixed. And this driver, first released on Curse Satan, I believe, free spin ring and free spin ball, which makes it very hard to assemble on base since you can't really grip it. But this driver is alright for defense. Works well in the DB stadium. But yeah, that's that. And our final piece, the star of the show, the Prominence Blade. So now you have the regular part down here, which is pretty thin. But then you have the armor, or the shield right here, which is pretty thick. And if you align the silver up here with the silver on the blade, you just push down. This is it in normal mode, where the armor is very easy to fling off. So you just kind of pops off. See, if you twist and then just pull, it just falls right off. But if you align it with the blue right here, then you push down. Ooh. There, bigger click, and now it is in heavy mode. The shield's a little harder to get off, but still just like that, you just have to pull it off. But yeah, Prominence Blade is actually good for defense. Shuts down attack mode users, like Guilty or Savior combos. Good for opposite spin stamina, not so much for same. But yeah, now we'll move on to Dangerous Belial. First part, 2 armor, just a repeat from Dynamite. Pretty good stamina, good weight distribution, used mostly on Guilty or the Super King combos. But yeah, pretty good armor, really. Next, we move to our driver, All Might. So this is a disc and driver fusion here. Now what's cool about this driver is the bottom right here is palm plastic, just like bearing, and it's free spin. But due to the overdrive system, if you hard launch it, it'll become fixed, which I'll show off in a minute once I go through the rest of the parts. And also this part right here, spring loaded, like the Sting disc in the Valkyrie core. Spring loaded. And also you can flip it from low and high mode. Right now, the driver is in low mode. You can take off this part, flip it upside down, line up these two. Now it's in high mode, still spring loaded. And also this driver is compatible with V gear, and you can put the S gear on this thing too. as well as the D gear from Gatling Dragon. But you cannot use VS gear on this thing because it is too big. We'll move on to the next up. We have the base, which is dangerous. Now, this base is not very good, mostly because the rubber, this red rubber right here, is very hard. Mostly, it's basically plastic. Not very good for attack because of, it's pretty thin right here. You can't tell, it's very thin. And also, there's this gap right here, where you can see right underneath that red, there's this gap. And even if you put F gear in there, the blade's just too jagged for stamina, but also not good for attack, even if you fill the gap with F gear, since F gear is mostly for stamina. This blade is just not very good. And our final part here, the Belial 2 core. Now what's cool about this core is that it has a burst stopper, pretty good teeth as well. But what I want to check is that this core re-released for Divine Belial, and it introduced BU locks on this core. And so if this is a reprint set, it should have BU locks. Let's see. We zoom in here. We focus on. You can see right there in the corner, right there. You can see there's a BU lock right there. Same with right there. So this is a reprint set. I can tell because there's BU locks. And if you look in the corner somewhere, this little circle right here, A22 mold. Same thing here, A2 mold. So it's the new mold, which comes with BU locks, and the burst stopper is a little stronger too. So now I'm going to assemble Dangerous here, and then show the Overdrive system with the driver and the chip. Just gonna assemble it in low mode. Oh, and also, the layer is compatible with L gear and F gear. So here's right here, no burst stopper yet. And this part is still free spin, but I'm just going to launch it on my lap real quick. I'm gonna use the new launcher as well. I guess launch it on my lap. Oh, the driver didn't activate. I gotta try one more time. It fell down. I'll be back in a second once I find that. Alright, so I got them both activated, and I'm not gonna lie, took a pretty hard launch. So you can see right here, the burst stopper on Belial is active. Simply to get rid of it, you just try to unlock the bay, just like that. Also down here, this is now no longer free spin. To reset it, you just take this white part right here, flip it to the right. Now it's free spin again. So, going to put all the stickers on the base, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so we've got all the base here. Here we have Savior Perseus. Gotta say, it does look pretty nice with its purple stickers. So here it is in high mode right now. And I'll switch it to low mode. Just take the chip out. Put it together. Pretty good clicks for just a normal driver. And here it is in low mode. Bearing dash on the bottom. Looks pretty nice, looks pretty nice. So now here is Prominence Phoenix. This is high mode and normal for the armor. Take the armor off. Put it into heavy mode. This is high mode and heavy. Yeah, pretty weak clicks, but that's just because it's a fixed metal driver. Take the chip out. Oh yeah, you have to take their armor off to switch modes. Just because the armor blocks the chip. See right here, you kind of have to do it like that to find where it clicks in. Okay, so here's heavy mode, and here's heavy low mode. And here is regular low mode. And now move on to dangerous in high mode. The driver also in a high mode. You switch the driver to low mode. Oh. So here's driver in low mode, Belial in high mode. Take this apart. Oh. Yeah, this is a lot of modes here with the driver. Oh, actually, I don't think this mode works. I don't think, yeah, you can't have the driver in high mode and then Belial in low mode. Alright, good to know. But you can have the driver in low mode. And then Belial in low mode as well. There's that. And then one more thing. Alright, so here is perfect gear, dangerous Belial. The driver in a high mode right now. Switch it just like this. Put the driver in low mode. Now here's the driver in low mode. Now L gear and F gear, you just line up with the slots. S gear you can connect to this part right here. And the V gear goes on the bottom right here as normal. But to take it off, you push this white tab down, and then the V gear will pop off just like that. So now we'll go to the stadium and we'll do a little three-way battle and then end the video. Alright, so we're just gonna do a couple battles here. First we're gonna have Perseus versus Phoenix in light mode. We'll just do one battle each so we don't take up too much time. Ooh, Phoenix with a stamina finish. And then next, we'll do Perseus against Dangerous. Oh, Dangerous getting flung in the pocket. And then, now we're going to do Phoenix versus Belial. Oh, Belial ringing out Phoenix. And the burst stopper activated this time. But the driver did not. Yeah, armor. He flung his armor off too. Alright, now we're going to do a little three-way battle for the ending. See who wins. Dangerous wins the final battle. Burst Perseus and took off Prominence's armor. And the Burst Harper came out. And the driver activated too. That's the power of the Overdrive system right there for you. So, final thoughts on this set. I gotta say, I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. There's almost nothing wrong. Get a nice launcher. You get a bunch of meta parts like Belial 2, Bearing Dash, and even cool parts like the Prominent Shield. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this set a 10 out of 10. So, till next time, have a good day.